Boys, today, I said it a few videos ago that I'm going to make an autism tier list because autism is the best base for MMA, and best believe we have a bunch of fighters on this list that have some of that tism in them, some a little bit more than others. And as you can see, we have 4 different categories. At the very bottom, we have got grazed by the tism. These are the fighters who have like a smidgen of that tism in them. Moving up, we got that tism in them. This is some of the fighters that definitely you can tell have some of that tism in them. They're not trying to hide it. You can fully see it through interviews, videos, just their whole demeanor. Then moving up, got hella tism. No real explanation. Then moving up to the very top, we got king of the tism. This is only going to be for one fighter. Only one fighter will be the king of the rest. And yeah, we have 20 different fighters here. You guys are going to have to let me know in the comments below if I missed anyone, because best believe I probably did. There's a really strange correlation between MMA fighters and autism, so best believe I probably did miss someone. But let's start off with a guy who inspired me to make this list from last week's UFC fight. We're talking about Johnny Walker. Now, Johnny Walker, has that crazy style. Every time this man gets KO'd, it's the most violent and animated knockout in the world. And this man, he's definitely got that tism in him. You can see in some interviews, some of the emotions he makes, the emotes he does. Name another fighter who doesn't have some tism, who injures themselves from a post-fight celebration. Screams of the tism right here. But is it anything like severe? No, he got that tism in him, you know what I mean? Some fighters like Dustin Poirier got that dog in him, but some fighters got that tism in them. But let's keep moving on to a fighter who's, pretty, I would say Henry Cejudo is hella autistic. He goes into his fight breakdowns like, listen guys, I'm hella autistic, breaking down all these fights. He's breaking down the Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling fight. Like, listen guys, Aljamain's gonna try to shoot on Sean O'Malley, just got hella tism in him. And I'm not gonna lie, I have a feeling that the got hella tism is gonna be very inflated by the end of this video, because there's a lot of guys here that's got hella tism in them. But let's keep moving on. Let's bring up someone like a Jared Cannonier. Now, this man, he'd rather talk to his crystals than actual people. He has some weird infatuation with just being mellow with his crystals right now. Weird infatuation with him. If you see him on camera, he definitely has some sort of like social anxiety disorder. Hates being around people. My favorite was with him. I think it was Patty and Molly all together. Patty, Molly going crazy. Then you just see Jared Cannonier there just, he's, I think he got that tism. I was gonna put him got grazed by the tism, but no, he's definitely got that tism in him. I'm not gonna lie. Now, one thing that you guys are gonna notice throughout this list is, like I said, autism is literally the best base for the UFC, and as you'll notice, most of these guys on this list are like top 15, top 20, top 5, even some champions. So be on the lookout to that. Like I said, autism best base in MMA. Let's move on to, a champion, someone fighting this weekend. We got Alex Pereira. Now, I think he got grazed by that tism. I don't think he's fully got that tismism. I don't think he got hella tism. I think he just got grazed by it a little bit, He only has 3 words in his vocabulary, not the most, as of recently, he's been getting more and more better in social situations, but more times than not, you'll pan the camera to Alex Pereira and he's just stonewalled. He's literally just mean mugging everybody. So I think he got grazed by that tism. Let's keep moving on to someone who's got hella tism in him. We got Bryce Mitchell. Now, I don't know if it's just straight up because he's redneck. I don't know if it's because he got that tism in him, but in my opinion, this man's got hella tism. He'd be like, hey, listen here. The only thing flatter than me knocked out by Josh Emmett is the earth here, feller. Terrible impression. I don't think I'm ever doing that shit again. But regardless, Bryce Mitchell, I don't think there's an argument to be made that he doesn't have at least some tism in him. Definitely on the higher level. I would say he's a little bit more than, someone like a Henry Cejudo. Going over to here, I would keep it like this. See, this is how game recognizes game. I have to have this list like perfect in order, from ascending order to not. If any UFC fighters are watching this, don't take this offensive, because like I said, game recognizes game. Let's keep moving on. Now, I don't know if it's CTE. I don't know. There could be a bunch of different reasons, but our boy Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is, as of right now, okay, we'll put him as of right now, the king of tism. Like I said, could be a mixture of CTE, could be a mixture of everything. But You can't tell me, during the fight with Tony Ferguson, he's just randomly getting super happy and the coach has to like dial him in. You can't tell me this man doesn't have some sort of tism. Definitely the highest level of tism per body weight than everyone else on this list. But let's keep moving down. Let's go someone like a Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno, it's a tough one. I'm going to put him at the top of got that tism in him, the super weird infatuation with Lego, the weird drip style. Like this man goes into like a dollar store and gets like a weird knockoff Lego shirt and thinks that's the hardest shirt known to mankind. His mannerisms, the way he speaks, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. It's like, yeah, I need to stop with these impressions. If you come to this channel for impressions, you came to the wrong channel. But with that being said, Brandon Moreno, love the man, but he's got that tism in him. Let's keep moving down. Now, I don't know if it's just British or autism, but Tom Aspinall, he's got grazed by that tism, not that great social-wise, asking people if he can finger them, It's either British or tism, and right now I think he got grazed by that tism. Let's keep moving over to, hella tism. We got Marvin Vettori. This man doesn't know whether he wants to be friends with his opponent, whether to just start randomly screaming like an orc. Izzy made a joke about him dressing better and he just loses his shit. How is that even a question? Okay, like I said, if you guys came to this channel for impressions, definitely not the right channel, but this boy, he has to be at the top of hellatism right now, to be honest. Let's keep moving down the list. We got El Kukui now. Do I think El Kukui has more of that CTE and schizo than actual tism? Yes, but best believe he's got that tism in him as well. Probably towards the end of this category, to be honest, maybe the top of got grazed by the tism. Because like I said, I do think most of it is CTE and schizophrenia. Let's keep moving down. We got Gene Silva, another fighter fighting this weekend at UFC 303. I think we have a new king of tism. I'm not gonna lie. This man, he's only been in the octagon once. He's only been in the UFC once. Second fight is gonna be this weekend. And from that one fight alone, that one walkout that took 20 minutes of him just casually walking to the octagon, mean mugging everyone, him barking in the cage, putting his glasses on everyone, we know this man has the highest level of tism per body weight, and best believe he is currently the king. He's not gonna be the king. I have someone on this list who's a little bit higher than him, but currently he's that number one spot. Let's keep moving on. Again, this guy, kind of like Bryce Mitchell, we have Nate the Train Landwehr now. It's either redneckness or we got some sort of tism going on. Do I think he's more, do I think he has more tism than someone like a Bryce Mitchell? I do. Again, it could just be like redneck southernness, I don't know, but he's gonna go right in the middle between these two. He's pretty much just like a Bryce Mitchell, just a little bit extra, just has a little bit more of that tism in him, you know what I mean? We're getting closer to the end of the list. We have a few more people. Ion Kuntalabe, this guy coming in as the Hulk, mean mugging everyone, doesn't know again if he wants to be friends with his opponents or if he just wants to scream in their face. I think he definitely is on the same level as someone like a Jared Cannonier, maybe a little bit lower, but he's definitely got that tism in him. Keep going down, we got Merab Dvalishvili. I knew immediately this man had some tism in him. He had hella tism in him when he decided to post a video of him diving into a frozen lake, cutting his head open and needing it to be stitched closed. Right there, I knew, yeah, this is a brother right there. This is a brother in Christ, brother in the tism army. Best believe he's going higher up that list. Keep moving up, we got another champion on this. We got Leon Edwards. Now, Leon Edwards, not that great socially. He kind of gets distracted a lot in interviews. If you watch some of his interviews, he'll just randomly go off tangent and ask the weirdest questions. Has a little bit of that mumble mouth syndrome, and because of that, best believe we can see the social anxiety, all the other things I listed. He's probably, I don't think he's got hellatism, but best believe he's probably a little bit just under Brandon Moreno with that tism in him. Let's keep moving on to another British fighter. Like I said, I don't know if it's just being British or having tism, but Brendan Allen definitely has some of that tism in him. Pretty much everything I said about Leon Edwards, just a little bit worse for Brandon Allen. Does he have some of that mumble mouth? Yeah, I think it's worse than Leon Edwards, to be honest. So he's gonna go a little bit higher than Leon. We have 4 more fighters to go to. Let's pick out another one at random. Let's go. We got our boy Chimaev, pulled out of last week's fight. It is what it is. He got that tummy ache. You can't tell me Chimaev doesn't got hella autism in his body. You know, randomly yelling at press conferences, not being that great socially, especially with the ladies. If you guys haven't seen that video of him talking to a girl, he just goes up to her, hey girl, hey girl, hey girl. And you know, it was pretty painful because of all these factors. You know, social wise, it's not that great. You can tell in some interviews or just some videos of him with like someone like a Darren Till, there's definitely, you know, some extra things going in this man's head. A little bit of a sillier guy. Definitely got hell autism. Is he more than someone like a Marvin Vittori? No. Is he more than someone like a Nate the Train? I don't think so. Is he more than someone like a Dvalishvili? I think so. So I think right here, perfect spot for someone like a Chimaev. Okay, we got 3 more to go to. We're bringing out the champ lightweight division. We got Islam Makhachev. You can't tell me. There's so many videos of this man just having that tism in him. He might, I don't know how high it might be, because, you know, there is some concerns of, you know, his mother and father being, you know, related. There's some concerns there. We don't know fully. Because of that, we're going to put him right here. But there's so many you know, because of the evidence we have, the countless amount of evidence, he has to go above Chimaev. He might honestly have to go above someone like Nate the Train, but the evidence is unreal. Him just mouth wide open, staring into who knows what. Him talking to DC about DC's kids coming in and smashing their kids in wrestling, and him just hella confused about that. But with that being said, we have 2 more. Both of these guys could be king of the tism, I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna bring someone who's, I'm gonna put the highest level of got helletism. We're gonna put Gene back down here, and that's gonna be Sean Strickland. He is right now the king of got helletism. The lack of empathy he has. To be honest, that motorcycle accident might have caused Sean Strickland's tism to duplicate and come in crazy. But yeah, same thing with Islam. The amount of evidence we have on Sean Strickland is undeniable. He has to be right here. He's just below King of Tism, and right now, in my opinion, King of Tism, I guarantee we're going to have more examples throughout this fight week, because the King of Tism is also going to be the main event of UFC 303. We have Yuri Prohashka. The amount of evidence we have on this guy is by far the most that we have out of everyone else. Him screaming in the forest, him just standing in front of the arena, having main character level syndrome. His interviews, I swear, every interview is like a goldmine for Tism moments. Best believe we're going to get more of this week leading up to UFC 303. One of my favorite fighters, one of my favorite personalities in the UFC. Like I said, all these guys I am fans of. I love every single one of them. Their fight style, their everything. Autism is the best base if you want to be a elite level UFC fighter. And yeah, you guys have to let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think of this tier list? Did I get it right? Did I get it wrong? Do some people need to be switched out more than the others? As of right now, you know, like I said, I like to have it perfect. So he's the king of this one. He's the king of this one. Right behind, right behind. I think this is pretty much perfect. Going to this one. I like this one. I like this one. Maybe we put El Kukui here, but like I said, it's so hard because El Kukui has either schizo, CTE, and some tism, so it's making it hard to rate him properly. And here, I think it's perfect. You guys have to let me know in the comments below. Did I miss anyone? Who should be added on here? And yeah, don't get too upset because game recognizes game. That being said, we are on that goal to get to 500 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every single day, so if you haven't yet, like this video, subscribe with those post notifications turned on so you never miss any gold mine videos like this. And yeah, there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.